Hello everyone, this is Andrew at Crown Academy of English. Today we are doing an English grammar lesson and the subject is first conditionals. So let's start. First conditional sentences describe real future events that are very possible. Okay? Let me give you an example of a conversation. Andrew says, "I'm going to a party in London tonight." Mark says, "Hurry up, the bus leaves soon." And Andrew says, "If I miss the bus, I'll take the train." So this is the first conditional. Okay? If I miss the bus, I'll take the train. And it is made up of two parts. The first part is the condition. Here it is, if I miss the bus. And then there is the result. I'll take the train. So the first conditional is if this condition is true, then this will happen. Okay? And it's in the future. So if this condition is true in the future, then this will happen in the future. Okay? And so the first conditional, it describes a specific future event. So in this case, it is specific because we are talking about if I miss the bus in the future. It's talking about me. And if I miss the bus, perhaps tonight. And then I'll take the train tonight. It's specific to me. And so we are not describing a general fact or simply a regular action. That is not what we are describing. It's specific. The form. There are two choices for the form. First choice, if, condition, result. For example, if I'm late, I'll call you. So here we have the if condition and then the result. And when we are writing the first conditional, there is a comma here. So after the condition and before the result. And the second choice is we can reverse the order, we can change the order. We can have the result first and then the if condition. So the same example in the different order. I'll call you if I'm late. And we do not use a comma. Verb tenses. This is very important. We have two or three choices of the verb tense that we can use. But here is the most common verb tense. So I've got a question for you. What tenses are the verbs in the two examples? If I miss the bus, I will take the train. So I'm asking you, what is this tense and what is this tense? If I'm late, I'll call you. So what is this tense? This is contracted form of I am. And what is this tense? I'll call you. This is the contracted form of I will call. So have a think. Well, the answer is, well, the condition takes the present simple. So this part, before the comma, this is the present simple. And the result is the future simple. I will take. I'll call. It's a future simple. So this is the form of, well, this is the most common form, the most common structure of verb tenses for the first conditional. Be careful. The condition, so this part, the condition, does not take the future simple form. This is a very common mistake by English learners. So, for example, this is wrong. If I will miss the bus, I will take the train. This is wrong because this is the future simple. So that is wrong. Now it is correct. And very important, so as we have seen, the form of the condition is the present simple. I miss, I'm late. However, the meaning is the future. So this is very important. The condition here, we are saying if I miss the bus. We are using the present simple, but we are referring to the future. Okay? The meaning is if I miss the bus tonight, for example, or tomorrow. Okay? So we are using the present simple form, but to refer to the future. And the result is always in the future simple. This is less common, but it still exists. We can also use the present simple for the condition and going to for the result. So for the result, we can also use going to followed by the base form of the verb. Let me give you some examples. If I see her, I'm going to invite her to the party. Excuse me. If I see her, I'm going to invite her to the party. If you don't study, you're going to fail the exam. You're going to fail the exam. And so this structure, going to, it is slightly stronger than the future simple. When we use going to, we are emphasizing the result. We are concentrating more on the result. And so going to, therefore, describes a strong intention or a plan for the future. Okay, so we are more sure, we are more decided that this is what we are going to do. If the condition is true, of course. Of course, the condition must be true. And if it is true, then this is our strong intention. And we can also use the present simple followed by a modal for the result. This is slightly more advanced. This is quite advanced English. So for the result, we can also use certain modals. If you do your homework, you may watch television. So this is the modal, may. And you see it's followed by the base form of the verb. And the meaning of this, well, we use may in the first conditional to give permission in the future. Okay? So we're giving permission to somebody to watch television if the person does the homework. But be careful, may is quite formal. It's actually quite rare in modern English. Okay? But it is correct. If you eat your vegetables, you can play in the garden. And this is the same meaning as may. It's the same meaning, so we can use it in the first conditional to give permission in the future. But be careful, however, can is more informal, and in fact it is more common in standard English. You will hear this, you will hear can much more than may when we want to give permission. Okay. And finally, another example of modals. If you feel ill, you should rest. If you feel ill, you should rest. And here, in the first conditional, we use should in the first conditional to give advice in the future. Okay? So we are advising this person to rest. So we are telling this person the correct thing to do. If you're ill, if you feel ill, I advise you to rest. That is the meaning of you should rest. And don't forget, because this is the first conditional, this is a specific situation. We are not talking in general about everybody. We are telling this person here that if you feel ill, then in the future, like this evening or now or tomorrow, then you should rest. Okay, specific. We are not talking about general advice for everybody when they are ill. Let's quickly compare first conditional with the zero conditional, because often people get confused. So what is the difference in meaning between these two sentences? If you drink too much soda, you get fat. So this is the zero conditional. You get fat. And this is the second sentence. If you drink too much soda, you'll get fat. And this is the first conditional. This is what we have seen in today's lesson. The future simple. You'll get fat. So you can see these sentences, they look very similar. And it is just this word, in fact, which is different. But the meaning is very different. So what is the difference? Well, zero conditional, the form is the present simple. You get fat. But here we are talking in general. And in fact, the you here and here, this is general in meaning. We are not talking about to a specific person. The you means, in fact, everybody. If people drink too much soda, if everybody drinks too much soda. Okay, we're not saying you to somebody specific. Therefore, we are discussing what happens to everyone if they drink too much soda. It's a fact. Okay, we're talking about facts. But here, the first conditional, as we have seen today, this is the future simple. But here, we are talking in a real specific situation. You is specific in meaning. If you drink too much soda, you, Mark, or David, yes, you, then you, David or Mark, you will get fat. Specific. And we are telling a specific person what will happen if they drink too much soda. Okay? So they look very similar, they sound very similar, but the meaning is different. So this is the zero conditional, this is the first conditional. I have a separate lesson about the zero conditional on my channel. Okay, there we are. That's the end of the lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. Here are some other videos which you might be interested in watching. Okay, so my name is Andrew at Crown Academy of English. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.